Alrighty, what is going on? We're going to be going over October 11th on Friday. Pre-markets, open markets on penny stocks. We're going to start off with AGBA. This thing had no real volume according to my notes. This thing, no volume, nothing really to even talk about, honestly. Acon. This thing also had no volume. Ran into pivotal level, did absolutely nothing. AMLI, also no volume, don't really give a shit. BLMZ, this one ran on, I think we actually have it here, hold up. This one ran the previous day, so it ran on Thursday, didn't do anything, cleared out of basically, it broke that key level, that pivot level, and then just didn't do anything. Also had no volume. Again, we're seeing day two moves not do anything for the most part. We'll also get into a couple recycled names that had some pushes on Friday, but overall, we're seeing this happen more frequently than not. CDT. All right, this is a good one. This one did the famous pattern that we've been talking about for what seems like the past 5 years. We have a push, we break VWAP, we come back. This one, a little unique. It wasn't as strong as previous ones. But before I get into that, we're going to talk about it from the start. So we're kind of fading flat into open. We're clearly well above the closing price on Thursday. So to me, this would be considered flat. We're still kind of holding some levels. We have a nice open market dip and rip here. I actually took some here anticipating this. Anticipating kind of an uptrend for this one because it was holding here. It did push up, and we're getting a lot of VWAP breaks to the upside with a lot of strength, so that's what I was anticipating. This one did not really live up to the hype. We did get a solid push here, but we've been seeing a lot of stuff that just kind of goes vertical for a while. But nice to see though, kind of stepped up, came all the way back down, and once we were in this pattern, I knew that we could push back up. This was a nice inverse head and shoulders. We break down through VWAP, we kind of hold these levels, and then we also have this new uptrend that starts to form. This would have been a great ad right here. We break VWAP, we come down, we re-add on these VWAP dips in. Also pivotal levels here, up to there, and then it actually dies out, breaks this uptrend, and then fades to zero. So overall, this provided some good opportunities. Market on Friday was hotter than the earlier in the week. Earlier in the week was kind of trash, so. But something like this is still nice to see. J-tie. This one did move on a day two move here. So this thing ran pretty high on Thursday. This one had a huge move. They actually, I'm pretty sure this was an offering here. So people in it got fucking smoked like a brisket. So this is kind of like a backside bounce. To me, this is usually the move in pre-market, and then it just kind of fizzles out. But we actually get a nice little U pattern here. This flag right here is actually really nice. Something that on multi-days I have missed multiple times now. Just because my mindset on recycled names or day two moves, day three moves has been pretty bearish. So I tend to stay away. But this flag, when you see nice volume coming into the stock, this is a super clean flag, especially over VWAP, and then pushes straight up with no other pullbacks. And another thing to note too is we're seeing a bunch of like these extended double bottom flags that aren't working. So just we got to be careful of that too. If it starts to look like it's fading off, then it's probably done. So nice push up and then fade to zero. LUXH, another one that's under 10 cents, no real volume, so I'm not really gonna review that. Mint was also a runner, but this one was a day, what, 2, day 3 runner. Again, it kind of reminds me literally of JTI or JTAI. This thing up in the morning and then just fade off. So it's tough. This one had like no real volume to it. This is what we usually see in recycled names, but and then again another kind of double bottom flag here over key level, and then it ends up fading. So just got to be careful with that. NIVF. This one was also nice. This one and CDT were very similar, except this one kind of took longer to form. We have a U pattern here, inverse head and shoulders. We're seeing this pattern kind of all over the place. So to me, I need to kind of get more familiar and kind of look out for this kind of price action. But this is a nice flag under VWAP. We tried this on JTI on Thursday here. I thought what this was gonna do kind of the same thing that Nifty did. Kind of flag here. We have this U pattern flag. I thought here we would break. So I actually did not play it like that. I did take some here just in case it pushed back up to VWAP, but this was a nice little flag, lower volume. The spread was kind of tougher on this one, but nice push to VWAP. Early flag on VWAP. These are good ads right here. And then I actually slammed it here for another push, but it actually came all the way back down to this this trend line. Spread was also kind of trash. To me, this is also a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. I was patiently waiting for this to dip back down. I was going to add heavy on 92 area, but this thing just went straight up. And this is probably why the market has been tough for, I guess, some people, but for me personally, when we have straight up, that kind of fucking sucks. There's no opportunity really to get in unless you already got down here without having too much risk on the table. But this thing did a nice push up to the daily 200, then it came back down to the uptrend, and then another kind of extended double bottom flag at the top of the price range, and then failed. So we're seeing a lot of this type movement that's being bearish, so it's also something to keep in mind. But nonetheless, NIVF was a pretty good move. PW, not enough volume for me to really consider this. Kind of double topped and then faded, so I'm not really gonna review that too much. SGBX, another no volume play. Eye of the Tiger here. We're gonna look at it real quick. This acts like more like a mid cap stock, but nice little flag break here. Nice flag break and then push and 190 EMA wave. See, this is the price action we're talking about. I mean, look at this. I mean, where are we getting in? This would be the only opportunity. And even this, after a push from $8 to $8.50. So we have, what, $8.53 to $8.40. So we have a 6-cent range flag. That's difficult to take unless you're already in. So, but nice to see some bullishness other places. TWG, this bad bitch. This thing had an offering at 40 cents here. So to me, I pretty much told myself I was off on this play. It acted crazy here, but this was a nice flag over VWAP. If it didn't have offering news, I think I would have been more bullish on it. But in this market, you never know what to expect, so I just kind of stayed in my lane. But we're going to analyze it. After this push here, this was great ads. This is a little double bottom flag over pre-market highs, over the 1 year highs. Great risk to reward here. My only issue was I honestly thought this thing could just halt down at any second and just skip down. So I was trying to avoid it. I did play it here for a cup and handle breakout, which is a good idea. It also held this trend line here. Grinded up, did what like way better than I expected, but uptrend, broke the uptrend here. We could say this is kind of like an extended flag. Came all the way back down, and then later in the day pushed back. So this, to me, I hope this sparks the market a little bit. Having offering news and then pushing is stuff we see kind of all the time. This is the reverse of what you think would happen. So good price action, and then solid price action for a $4 stock. We haven't seen a lot of stocks over $3 really do much, so overall pretty good. Xena just kind of faded off, did a open bell high day fade price action type, similar to an open bell high day and fade, but as soon as it did this, it's pretty much out on it. So nothing really much here to go over. But overall, the market was super cold in Monday, Tuesday, and then it started to heat up. So hopefully we continue this bullish run for the next 2 weeks. Peace.